Hi and welcome to this ant vlog. Today I want to talk to you about my leafcutter ant colony and my experience with that colony, especially my experience in the last few weeks. And I got that colony, I think it was in June, beginning of June last year, so I had them for a little over a year. It was a small colony when I got them. I had around 100 workers probably, and the fungus was the size of a ping pong ball, and I had them for 1 year and everything went really well. For those of you who don't know, leafcutter ants, they cut leaves and they use the leaves to grow a fungus, and the fungus provide them with food and everything they need. So leafcutter ants are highly dependent on their fungus. The fungus need to survive in order for the colony to survive. And the difficult thing about keeping leafcutter ants is not keeping the ants alive, it's keeping the fungus alive, because the fungus needs perfect conditions to grow and to flourish. So that's the challenging part of keeping leafcutter ants. And well, I would say the first year was quite successful. Everything went smoothly, the fungus was growing steadily, it wasn't an explosion of growth or something like that, but it was steadily growing, and the colony was growing as well. Starting with the 100, and around a month ago, I think it was around 2,500 workers. So it was a steady growth. The colony was doing well, and everything went well. And yeah, we had a lot of fun with this colony. My kids loved to observe them and just watch them. They could sometimes watch them for very long times, and also, keeping them was amazing. Then, but I think it was about a month ago that I had a major setback, and I really thought that I lost the whole colony. So what happened, it actually started a little longer ago. It was maybe 2 months ago or something that I noticed that the color of the fungus was, well, it was not yellow. When the fungus is yellow, then it's dead. And it wasn't that. It just wasn't as white anymore. And I also realized that the ants were not cutting as many leaves as they used to. The cutting went down quite a bit, and I was worried a little bit, but the fungus had a decent size, so I thought, yeah, it's going to be okay. And for quite a while nothing especially happened. The fungus wasn't growing much, but they weren't cutting many leaves as well. And well, I got a little nervous, but I thought it's going to be okay. But then I had around 1 month ago, I had to go away for a weekend, so I was away for 3 days. And when I came back after those 3 days, the fungus was dead. Most of the fungus was already, they put it already into the garbage chamber. The ants put it out of the fungus chamber. Most of it was gone already, and what was left was yellow, almost brownish. So the typical color that the fungus is dead. And I was shocked, within 2 days the whole fungus disappeared. Within 2 days that they built up for 1 year. And yeah, I thought that's the end of this colony. I was sure about it, but luckily it seems that at least a tiny little part of the fungus has survived. And even though I couldn't see any fungus that is alive at that day when I came back, the ants somehow managed to rebuild fungus, and are right now back on track of rebuilding the fungus. Still, of course, ways to go. I think the reason behind that is that the numbers of the colony, they had quite a few workers, so they managed to build some fungus back quite immediately, and they are now getting back to work. Now, the interesting thing is, they've started rebuilding fungus on 3 different places now. In the original fungus chamber, They had in 2 corners of the original fungus chamber, they started building new fungus. Sometimes probably they still had some spores or something of the original fungus on them that was enough to start new. And also I provide them with a second fungus chamber before the incident, because I thought the first fungus chamber was almost full, and I expected that they probably gonna need more space soon. So I provide them with a second fungus chamber, and they have now started building in the second fungus chamber as well. So there are three spots where, well, actually there are 3 small pieces of fungus right now that are steadily growing, and has been growing for a month. And they have been, from the day on when I came back, when I've seen that the fungus was gone, from this day on they cut leaves like mad. They probably realized that it's a life or death thing now, and they have cut leaves like never before. And I make this video now because I thought of not filming them or not saying anything about them anymore, because I thought they were going to die. But now after 1 month I'm quite confident they will make a comeback, because the amount of fungus has grown back to, well, I think the size of maybe 3 or 4 ping pong balls, which is okay. Should be sufficient for now, and they are still cutting a lot of leaves and working very hard day by day for regrowing the fungus. And if they continue to work like that, we'll have a lot more fungus very soon. Still, that was quite a tough setback, and as an ant keeper you always want to know the reasons. You want to know what happened, why did that happen, so you can basically that it won't happen again. You want to be sure that this will not happen again, and that's what annoys me about the whole story. I do have suspicions, I do have things that could have gone wrong, but I don't really know. I don't know for sure, and that makes the whole thing difficult, at least to me, because I'm not 100% sure what the reason is. I have tracked humidity and temperatures inside the fungus chamber quite well. I know that temperatures have never been, even though we had heat waves the last few weeks, where I still managed to keep the temperatures inside the fungus chamber below 27 degrees. Most time was around 26 degrees Celsius. So that shouldn't be the problem. Humidity was high all the time. I made sure, it saves. I have a hygrometer, how do you say it in English? I think so. And it stores data, so I know what the lowest humidity levels have been during those weeks. And it was never too low. It was always around 90% humidity, most of the time higher than 90%. There might be different reasons. There might be that the air circulation might have not been good enough, because the fungus was filling almost the whole chamber, so air couldn't really flow through it. That could have been a reason. Another possible reason is that I sometimes give them apples as addition to the leaves, and it might be that some of the apples that I gave them have been treated with fungicide. That could be a possibility, and of course fungicide, that's really bad for the fungus if they bring something into the fungus chamber that has been treated with fungicide. That could be it. And well, there are some things that could be the problem. I don't really know for sure though, and that makes it a little bit difficult, because I'm nervous now. I'm nervous that this might happen again. We have another heat wave coming right now, and I'm going to be away for a couple of days next week, so I have instructed people to watch for the ants, but it's, if you're not there, you cannot react. The people I've instructed, they do very well, but they follow instructions. They don't really know how to improvise if something happens. So I'm a bit nervous, to be honest, how the whole thing is going on, because I really love that colony. Put a lot of effort in it, and the ants have put a lot of effort in it too, and it's great to observe them. It's a great colony to have, So they are vulnerable right now because the fungus is not as strong anymore, but I'm optimistic that they will recover. Now, this might be a major setback, and it was very difficult to handle, but there might be some good things coming out of it as well. Well, one thing is that I've seen the queen again. I haven't seen the queen for a long time because she was inside the fungus. Now that the fungus is gone, I've seen the queen again, and she's doing well. She's laying eggs again. I've seen it, and they have brood again. I think the numbers of workers is reduced right now. It's no longer 2,500. It's not longer 2,000. I think it's more like maybe somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500. And I think the reason for that is not that the ants starved. I think the reason is that probably during the time when the fungus was not doing well, the queen stopped laying eggs or did not lay many eggs, because when the fungus was gone, I was surprised that there was almost no brood. And so I think there's a generation missing right now. So the numbers are reduced, but right now what I've seen is that there's a lot of new brood inside those 3 fungus bits that they have again, and I think they're gonna recover. The numbers gonna recover as well, because right now it looks really good. And the other thing is, when I got the colony 1 year ago, I didn't expect to start an ant flock. So right now, sometimes I was thinking about, would have been great if I would have documented everything from the beginning and made a vlog out of it, how the whole colony evolves and how things are going and what the difficult things are, what the good things are, and so on. So you guys can hear about it, what it means to keep an Atta, Sexdens colony, a leafcutter ant colony. And well, I didn't do that because I didn't knew in advance. I made some. I took some footage, I took some videos, but not very regularly, and not enough to make a vlog out of it. But now, since it's basically a restart, right? We're back quite almost at the beginning. Well, not all the way back, because we still have a lot of far more workers than we had way back then, and already at least twice or 3 times the fungus than we had at the beginning. But still, it's like a new start. And what I was planning was taking you along with the ride, giving you regularly updates how the colony is doing. Maybe I will do the same thing with some other colonies I have in the future. But also, of course, there will be always videos about ants in general, because I'm extremely fascinated by what people find out about ants, about new studies and so on, and I will keep you informed about those as well, of course. But that's what I plan. I plan to keep you updated about the ant colony. I'm probably gonna make a video next. The next video I'm gonna make is probably a short summary of the first year, using the limited footage I have, trying to get a short summary of what happened so far. And right now, yes, this is where we are. I hope you liked this video, and if you want to hear more about this leafcutter colony, please leave a like, maybe give a comment, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more videos, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will get informed when I upload new videos. And well, that's it for now. Thank you for your attention, and see you around.